30, Mr. Superintendent Raul Maldonado, will you please give roll call?
Thank you. I'd like to welcome everybody. This is our favorite part of the meeting, right? Yes. All right, we're going to start with our student board member, Ms. Villalba.
Yeah, present.
Here.
Mrs. Smith.
Present.
Mr. Hunt is taking a class today, so he's absent. Mrs. Vega.
Present.
Mrs. Zulu Joe.
Present.
Mr. Velador, our board president.
Present.
We can begin now.
We have a quorum. Okay, can we get an approval for the agenda as printed?
So moved.
Second.
We have motion and second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote. And that passes 4-0. Okay, let's go to item 4, focus on student achievement, Chaparral Prep Academy students' performance. Dr. Elena Escan.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. It is now my pleasure to introduce the principal of Chaparral Prep Academy, Ms. Dashti, who's going to introduce her students this afternoon.
All right, good evening. Today we have Mrs. Macias's class, our TK presenters this evening. Boys and girls, are you excited? They're nervous. I get it. You're nervous. Are you guys excited? Yeah. All right, there we go. So.
You're a brand of and a high five,
And forever in peace may you wait. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Keep your eye on the grand old flag.
Thank you so much. Did you have fun?
Good job, boys and girls. You guys have fun? I love it, sure. Audience, let's give our students a big applause, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys are so good.
This was so much fun.
Good job.
Thank you, Ralph.
So we're going to go to the accounting and progress report. You parents, if you'd like to stay, you're more than welcome to, or you can exit with your children if you'd like to as well. Oh, Chaparral parents. So accounting and progress report, Chaparral Elementary School, Mr. Danny Kanga.
Good evening. At this time, I'd like to call up Ms. Dashty again to deliver the accountability progress report for Chaparral. And if you look to my left, you can see their fabulous bulletin board highlighting all the great things they're doing to rein in those results. Ms. Dashty, it's all yours.
Good evening. Wasn't that presentation just so wonderful? It's so cold out, and they warm your hearts, don't they? Our littlest of bobcats, we're very proud of them. Good evening, Board President, Mr. Velador, board members, student board member Villalba, Superintendent Dr. Maldonado, and Cabinet. I'm Mrs. Dashty, Roxanne Dashty, the principal at Chaparral Prep Academy.
And I'm Lola James, the assistant principal at Chaparral Prep Academy.
I would like to give a big thank you to Mrs. Long and our parent volunteers for putting together our Leading the Charge board for Chaparral, and I'm really proud of them. Thank you. So first, let's start off with some celebrations. Chaparral's ELA and math test scores are on the rise, highlighting the incredible dedication and hard work for our students and staff. This continued growth speaks volumes about the collaboration and determination of our Bobcats persevering and leading the charge and reining in the results. You can dance if you want to. Work going on. As you can see, from 22 to 23 to 24-25, we've made great leaps. ELA, we went from 24% to 25%, and in math, 23 to 27%. We're very, very proud of our Bobcats. To provide direction and support on improving the quality of classroom instruction and SBAC preparation, PLC Plus is something Chaparral practices. Based on the data from the previous slides, it demonstrates the direct indication that the discussion centered around these 5 questions and student data. We collaborate in various teams, including grade level, ELD, special education. We also conduct vertical articulation so that grade levels can discuss common core instruction with the guiding questions in place. We also work closely with our literacy coach and various consultants and district members to collaborate on better teaching practices and access additional resources for support to better prepare for the SBAC assessments. Our school provides targeted intervention programs designed to meet the diverse academic needs of our students. These supports include Zern for math enrichment and intervention, the 95% program, and reading support program, ELD and EO groups, and Bobcat Time, where students rotate by targeted groups to engage with the high-impact interventions and enrichment. All of these interventions are coordinated within our MTSS framework to ensure students receive data-driven support and promote student academic growth. Chaparral Prep Academy is a national showcase capturing Kids Heart School again for the 4th year, and we have just been nominated again for another year. Our entire staff has been dedicated to working with our students and families, enhancing our Bobcat community, and fulfilling the Palmdale promise. We implement the monthly CKH character traits, meet and greets, social contracts, student raters, the 4 questions, and utilize the Excel model. We are working on empowering our students to take the lead with celebrations, being greeters and launchers.
Every day, wonderful things are happening at Chaparral, and our after-school programs illustrate just that. Chaparral has continued building on our robust after-school programs. These programs are not only remediation, but also a lot of enrichment, fulfilling the Palmdale promise to create STEAM learning environments. Our after-school programs include robotics and spheros, where students work with spirals and Legos to build and incorporate technology and coding programs. We also have makerspace building and engineering, as well as arts and crafts, cooking, dance, media and design, esports, ASB, CyberQuest, the PE Olympiad, soccer, book clubs, and various tutoring classes for students. As you can see, our students are engaging in a variety of fun, extended learning opportunities after school. Moving on to attendance. At Chaparral, attendance is truly a superpower. Chaparral continues improving attendance rates through a variety of proactive supports and programs. These include the Attendance Recovery Program, Independent Study, and Promise Academy options to help students make up missed days and instructional time. We also promote positive attendance habits through attendance incentives and classroom attendance competitions that encourage student engagement and accountability. Together, these efforts support consistent attendance and student success.
Chaparral engages families and communities in powerful learning and collaboration as dedicated in our Palmdale Promise. Every month, we have our ELAC, APAC, School Site Council, Coffee with the Principal, PTA meetings, Parent Social Craft Days, and hold various parent workshops and classes in our beautiful Parent Center. We have family nights where families do arts together and even have family cooking classes. Parents are also encouraged to volunteer in our school field trips with students. PTA is a huge community asset as they hold wonderful events for our school throughout the year, such as our Fall Festival, Father-Daughter, and Mother-Son dances, Spring Egg Hunt, Character Counts, Thanksgiving baskets, and holiday celebrations. And of course, Chaparral has to brag about the biggest and most involved event at Chaparral, the Kiwanis Duck Race Fundraiser, where our families really get into the duck spirit and look forward to it every year. In fact, Chaparral has won the most sold ducks and has received the trophy for 8 years now.
Wow.
And I also want to highlight this was our first year entering into the motorized duck race competition. Even though our duck didn't get first place, it was in last place. And we are very proud to announce that we were the first and only elementary school that has ever entered into this part of the competition. A huge thank you to our tech liaison, Mr. Bolaños, for taking the lead. It was in last place. He did very, very good. He got some air. He got some air. So again, thank you to Mr. Bolaños for taking the lead on this project for our Bobcats. It made our school very excited. I hope you enjoyed hearing about all the wonderful things going on at Chaparral Prep Academy. And I would like to thank all of our Bobcat community for being here tonight, especially during this cold, wet weather. And if you're in the audience, can you please stand? Any parents, families, staff, students, retirees in the audience? Any Bobcats? Mr. Hawk. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
No, but I have a comment. So next year, when you get ready with your duck, let me know you have a retired person that lives a couple blocks away with a pool.
Oh, nice.
And so I think they just needs to practice being driven, and I can make that connection for you.
I agree. We'll be over there.
Well, she's going to start tomorrow.
I am a planner, so.
Any other questions or comments?
I was going to say, last night would have been a great opportunity, right? All the rain, all the water.
I know.
That would have been great. But I just want to comment, congratulations on all the great things that are happening at the school. Your trajectory, though, it's perfect. I mean, you're moving up. Keep it up. I know that the state testing is coming up. And as I keep reminding everybody, let's get ready and show the world what our kids can do. That's fantastic. And then attendance. Our goal is 94. You're so close.
I know.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, our Bobcats are
Keep
working
it up.
hard. They really are. We're proud of them. Reining in those results.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Okay, item C, Mesquite Elementary School student performance, Dr. Lenesquer.
Yes, thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce the principal of Mesquite Elementary School, Ms. Mosier, who's going to introduce her students.
Good evening, everyone. Come on in, Miss Lauer's class and my fourth graders. You are going to be entertained beyond belief tonight by our K1 combo class and some of our fourth graders that were brave enough to learn a little rapping, talking skit as they encourage everybody about the power of yet. And then we'll put you guys around this mic. Here's the mic. Yeah. Yeah, you guys want to flip? Yes. This is the microphone. And you guys flip sides. You go on that side and come over.
Just switch sides. Switch sides.
What we practice. Gotta do it how we practice. Around the mic. Ready? Smile. Follow this out.
This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. You see that there's a difference between not knowing and not knowing yet. That three-letter word yet is very powerful if you think about it. I can't do this yet. Perseverance is paramount. I get it. I can't do this. It doesn't make sense. I'm starting to hate this. I believe in you. You can make it. Just put the word yet at the end of your statement. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success.
The power of yet is a song that I wrote for you. You can accomplish anything that you hope to do. Believe in yourself. Never say never. Practice makes perfect. Think about the positives and not the negatives. You can do great things and always remember there is power in yet.
This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. Thank you.
Boys and girls have a good time?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Audience, let's give them a big applause.
Thank you.
That was cute.
It was great. Now, Mesquite parents, you're more than welcome to leave with your children, or you can stay for the accountability and progress report. So we'll go to item D, accountability and progress report. Mr. Danny Kanga.
At this time, I'd like to call up Mrs. Mosier to the podium to deliver the accountability progress report for Mesquite Elementary. And you can see to my right their bulletin board highlighting their house system. Ms. Mosier, it's all yours.
All right. Good evening, Board President Velador, Board of Trustees, Student Board Member Ms. Viaba, Dr. Maldonado, Cabinet, audience, and guests. I'm Kathy Mosier, Principal of Mesquite Elementary School, and it is with pride that I and our Assistant Principal, Hope Osby, present all the great things happening at Mesquite this year. I would first like to thank Mr. Maciso, if he's still here, who retired once and came back, and I got him, and our fourth grade students for supporting Miss Lauer and her K-1 class for reminding us all, learning can be hard, but we need to remember we just don't get it yet. At this time, I would like all our mountain lions in the audience to stand, and thank you for supporting us tonight. If I have any mountain lions. So fun to see staff members here. Thank you. This year at Mesquite, our goal was to elevate student engagement, specifically as it relates to PBIS and capturing kids' heart recognitions. To achieve this, we implemented the house system, with each house representing a letter of our PBIS Pride Matrix. At Mesquite, we embody pride, and tonight we will highlight each of our houses and demonstrate how they contribute to our success. P is for Pascal's house, Practice Respect. Mountain Lions recognize that all our actions link back to respect, the way students treat one another, the staff, and themselves. Teachers choose Student of the Month based on the specific pride trait highlighted each month. Students are rewarded with a pizza lunch, a certificate, and a coupon from a local business. During our safety drills, one class from each group, TK through 2 and 3 through 5, is selected to receive Miles, the safety mountain lion, for exemplifying respect towards peers and staff as they participate. Capturing kids' hearts' social contracts are everywhere in classrooms, instructional aid stations, and our parent center. It is important that all of our groups understand the importance of practicing respect. R is for Rudy. In Rudy's house, we uphold the principle of responsibility, responsible for our actions, our words, and our commitment to both instruction and learning. Over the past 3 years, our Smarter Balance scores in English language arts have increased from 22% to 29% in at or above standard. And in math, we've improved from 19% to 25% in at or above standard. We are all super excited for this growth, and we know that it is our dedicated teachers who strive daily to ensure that lessons are aligned with educational standards and delivered with the rigor necessary for success. Every year, a new group of fifth graders takes part in the science assessment. The scores reflect the commitment and effort that our fifth grade team devotes each year to ensure our students get access to the science standards and grow in their academic achievements. We also take great pride in our English learners' students' achievements. Over the past 3 years, we have successfully shown growth in reclassification by decreasing the number of students identified as EL, dropping from 157 students in 2023, with a reclassification rate of just 4.1%, to 116 students in 2025, with a reclassification rate of over 10%. With continued focus in our ELD time, we expect to see a decrease in identified English learners as we continue to increase our reclassification rates. And finally, we are excited to share the last piece of data from our California dashboard. Our team has worked tirelessly to achieve an increase in academic points, moving from the red-orange to yellow, while simultaneously reducing behavior and attendance points, leading to positive trends in the right direction in all areas.
Welcome to Ingrid House, where you are inspired to be kind. At Ingrid House, we prioritize fostering a positive climate and culture. This is accomplished by empowering students and allowing them to express their opinions. One way this is done each month, students vote for one peer in their class who they believe exemplifies the capturing kids' heart trait the most, earning that student the Excel Award. Additionally, this year, Mesquite established a student council which has taken charge of our holiday food drive and spirit weeks, while also serving as our welcoming committee when visitors come to our school. Our parent involvement is also growing as we hosted a health wellness fair last spring to be repeated this spring in a holiday craft night attended by over 100 families. Mesquite has also been nominated for the 7th straight year to be a National Showcase CKH school, and with all the dedication we anticipate, earning this national recognition once again. Welcome to Dakota House, committed to safety. We are here to stay, safe and sound in every way. We look out for one another night and day. Dakota House leads the way. Our PBIS team has established The Den, our student store, where students can shop monthly using the Pride points they earn. They can redeem these points for various items, including pizza with friends, the chance to be PE teacher for the day, and the ultimate prize, principal for a day. Now, turning our attention to attendance, a key indicator of student engagement, we have observed an increase from 87.27% in 2023 to 91.9% in 2025. To encourage this positive trend, students who maintain perfect attendance each month are invited to our attend dance parties and receive a swag tag to wear on their attendance necklace. Lastly, but certainly not least, suspensions have significantly dropped from 27 in 2024 to just 17 in 2025 during the same time frame. This reduction showcases the effectiveness of our behavioral interventions and the commitment of our students to embody pride across all houses. As we venture from PBIS Gold Recognition to Platinum this year, we deeply appreciate feedback from School Site Council and our PBIS and site safety teams as they offer valuable insights into our safety protocols, allowing us to make safety a priority.
And last, we are enthusiastic about listening and learning at the Everett House. Teachers collaborate with their PLCs to thoroughly examine standards, subsequently crafting learning intentions in student-friendly academic language. These intentions empower our students by making their learning experience personal. Additionally, we establish success criteria, enabling students to understand what they are learning and, more importantly, to recognize when they have mastered it. This process aligns perfectly with preparing students for assessments. During morning warm-ups, teachers utilize release and practice questions, allowing students to practice essential skills, vocabulary, and typing techniques necessary for success. A welcoming learning environment also fosters eagerness to learn. This winter break, several of our classrooms received new furniture, thank you, board, designed to inspire and support creativity through flexible seating. We also had our name repainted and positioned proudly in our new hallway. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Another way we celebrate learning is through our Pride Points. The house that comes closest to or exceeds the quarterly point goal enjoys a special lunch from Palmdale School District's Lunchbox. We are grateful to all of the child nutrition staff who share the excitement of serving this special meal, just as the students are eager to enjoy it. Thank you for allowing us to showcase all the good things going on at Mesquite. Are there any questions?
Questions or comments? Mr. Maldonado.
Just to clarify in the name, is that okay? Francis and I are laughing because when we upgraded the inside of the building, our contractor broke up the name. And from the moment we saw it, Francis and I and the facilities folks said, no, we can't have this. So we took that down and then gave you the new name, right?
Yes.
In the hallways,
Yes.
Mesquite.
Where everybody sees it.
And I just wanted to mention the trajectory with the scores, fantastic. Keep
Thank
up the
you.
good work. I do want to tell the parents, as long as we practice, we can show the world what our kids are capable of doing when they take the state test. But Thank you, teachers at Mesquite. And it's different to see Mr. Macizo working with the little kids. We're used to seeing him working with the middle school students, right? And to see him out there playing today was different. But thank you for coming back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll now go to item 5, recognition, Esports Championship Trophy presentation, Dr. Elena Esquer.
Yes, thank you. At this time, I would like to ask our coordinator of ELOPE, Mr. Maldonado, to please come up to the podium, and also our ELOPE program supervisor, Mrs. Rios, to come up to the podium.
I'll give the parents that are walking out a little bit of time to
Yeah, just give them
walk a little bit.
a minute. And there are seats up front, so if you folks want to come and sit down, please feel free.
All right, thank you so much, Board President Bellador, Board of Trustees, Student Board Member Villalba, Dr. Maldonado and Cabinet. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be able to recognize our students at Palmdale School District. As we all know, that our students are very talented in many things, academically, sports, and esports. So our mission with the esports program is to be able to give students opportunities to shine in other ways, but not only, it's not just about games. There's a lot of opportunities with esports that go with being a gamer, with STEAM and many different careers. So that's part of the process that we're trying to do with esports. Mr. Alan Saki is not here. The founder of Lollipop Labs is right here somewhere. So he's the one that we partner with to help us with the production of the esports tournament at the Esports Pavilion. Did he come in? Oh, there he is. So I want to give a shout out to Mr. Alan Zach, the founder of Lollipop Labs. So first of all, I want to just recognize, besides all the work that's done by the ELOPE department, by ourselves and by Jackie. You had something, sir?
Yes, I do want to highlight the fact that when this whole idea, Mr. Maldonado, came about, the esports, of course, Palmdale's always leading the way. We thought, well, I was a little bit hesitant only because I don't play esports, but I knew the kids wanted to play esports. Everywhere we went, this is what they wanted. And then all of a sudden, the board gave us permission to create this beautiful arena that's just amazing, right? And everywhere I go, I do want to say I appreciate the parents coming out and supporting our children. And I think parents, you'll understand, there's some kids that love sports, right? There's some kids that love drawing and acting, singing. But when your kids like esports, that to me is awesome, because there are many jobs out there where they need, believe it or not, they need these skills, and these skills are going to give them jobs in the future. We don't even know what those jobs look like, but it's going to include technology. So I just wanted to thank the board and thank everybody that is involved with esports, because it's just taken off so much that it has inspired a lot of our children. So keep up the good work.
Yeah, yes, thank you. There's a lot of great opportunities for the students. I mean, there's college scholarships now for esports. There's all kinds of things, and we want to make sure that our students are getting, fair share on those opportunities. So we had a great event on January 17th. So if any parents here were there, yeah, let's hear you cheer the way you were cheering that day, right? So we told them, right, what about the Esports Pavilion? Isn't it wonderful? Yeah. Right? So we're the only district that has it, right? So that's the kind of energy that we had that day. The parents were cheering. I told them, cheer like you're at a sporting event, just no profanity. Other than that, go crazy, right? And we had a great time. So, like I said, it does take a village. It takes a great partner like Lollipop Labs, as I mentioned before. Our tech team, Jackie, parents. It takes a village. So we want to be able to recognize the wonderful tech, Jerry, over at the tech at Quail Valley. Phenomenal. I mean, he was there before and after. I mean, and then we also have our ELOPE techs. So we want to thank Chris and Luke Where's Chris? There's Chris. Come on over, Chris. Give him. We're gonna give Chris a lollipop just so that he makes sure that we, right? So Chris and Luke are two of our ELOP techs, and we also want to thank Mr. Hubler and Mr. Banerjee. They're our teachers that not only are they esports coaches, but they also help us coordinate this because, as you know, it does take a village. So just for the sake of time, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to call in all the runner-up schools. So this is our runner-up for our elementary school division. Our runner-up for our Smash Bros. The school was Manzanita. So we have Coach, well, let's start with the young people. So we have Oliver Plasencia. Yeah. Come on over. You're going to shake hands. You're going to shake hands right here. We have Luna Guzman and Elias Jimenez. You want to go there? And we have the coaches here. Is it Coach Tackett and Coach Perez? Was it? Reyes, okay. So congratulations to second place for Smash Bros. Manzanita. Next we have the second place for Rocket League Elementary School Division. Oh, there's Chris Vanderzee. We want to give him a lollipop as well. You're going to take pictures with all the schools as well because you're part of our coordinator. All right, for second place for Innovations Academy, we have Steven Bustillos Nava, Elizabeth Bustillos Nava, Giovanni Ojeda, Melody de la Torre, Cadence Wiley, and Joshua Copeland. And representing Coach Aaron Bognick is the principal, Mr. Jason DeVille. Next, for our middle school division, the second place for Smash Brothers is Shadow Hills. And we have Jacob Cisneros, Max Fonseca, Alden Leon, are the three, Jacob is the only one here today. And of course, Coach Christopher Vanderzee. And for second place for Rocket League for the middle school division, also Shadow Hills, we have, let's see, where are they? Oh, there they are. Gabriel Rodriguez, Anthony Orellana, Alonso Gallo, Sebastian Duran, and Christopher Vanderzee, obviously the coach. All right, so we could go ahead and take a picture of, these are all the second place teams. Congratulations. Yes, these are the second place teams. So after official photographer goes, then the parents could go ahead and. Oh, in the picture?
One, two, three.
Now we're going to have the first place. Oh, and Dr. Space, I didn't see you. Sorry there. Dr. Space was there at the tournament. We couldn't tell her to keep quiet because she was the one screaming the loudest, but that's the energy that we needed that day. Thank you, Dr. Spates. All right, now we're going to go ahead and introduce our first place winners. So first off, we're going to start with our, for elementary division, Smash Brothers. First place was Cactus. So we have Austin Smith, Ivan Castañeda, and Cameron Brandon. And their coach is Marilu Reyes, but she's also a basketball coach, so she has a game tonight. So she's there. All right, so our first place for elementary division for Rocket League was Desert Rose. So let's hear it for Adrián Zaragoza, Iván Cortez, Oliver Gonzalez, Judah Rivera, and Coach Javier Gomez. Congratulations. Now, so just real quick for the elementary division, besides the trophies and the lollipops for first place, each school got $500 in computer supplies. So congratulations to them. I hope that you already arranged with Mr. Alan Zach to get your stuff. So congratulations. All right, for our next winners, not only did they get $500 in computer supplies, besides the trophies and the lollipops, each student and coach also got a $75 GameStop gift card. So good stuff. All right, so first place Smash Bros. Middle School Division was Sage Academy, Hugo Isaías Gutierrez, Eliab Ortiz Ramirez, Darian Mitchell, and Coach Jared Link. Congratulations. And first place for the middle school division for Rocket League, also Sage Academy, Fernando Alvarez III, Efraim Odugun, Sebastian Yanes, and Gerald Bonis, coach.
One, two, three.
Esports. 1, 2, 3.
Esports!
One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Esports!
You guys did great. Go Oliver, you did great. Woo! Desert Rose.
Great job, guys. Great job. I just want all your parents to know this is not possible without the energy you guys have, without pushing your kids to do the best they can. We can do everything we can possibly do, but without your help and your energy, none of this is possible. Thank you. So we do not have any requests to address the board, so we'll now be going to closed session. We'll be back at 6:30.
There's a little stand and everything.
They're just starting right now. I sent you the YouTube link. Yeah, they're just starting right now. If we win, they'll we go to semis. I'm dying.
reconvene, and we do have a report at closed session. Mr. Ryan Beardsley.
Thank you. With regard to item 7C1, on a motion by Mrs. Smith and seconded by Ms. Vega, the Board of Trustees took action on the resignation of employee 12E1-2526 by agreement from the position of teacher effective February 5th, 2026. The motion passed unanimously with Mr. Hunt being absent.
Okay, we'll go to number 11. Would like to call this meeting to order. Will you all please stand? And will Ms. Simone Zillow-Joel lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
All right. Hands over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
We'll go to item 13, items of interest. Ms. Villalba.
Good evening. I want to congratulate our boys soccer team for a great season that is still not over yet and are currently playing at the quarterfinal CIF playoffs tonight. So can we get a round of applause, please? Thank you, thank you. We're also very excited to be planning this year's prom, which is Masquerade, which is so exciting because I love this. And also for the upcoming Arizona trip for our mariachi and Flocorico, which is our first out-of-state field trip and my first time going to Arizona. So that's going to be so happy. Okay. And overall, there's a lot of great upcoming projects in our school, which I'm very happy to present. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Kanga.
Good evening, everyone. So many things to celebrate in Palmdale. I just wanted to say we had a great WASC visit over at Dos Caminos the other day. The visiting team had fantastic things to say about the vision and the culture of the school. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to the entire team, to Dr. Zepeda and Mr. Vallejo, the lead teacher. So congratulations, Dos Caminos.
Thank you, Mr. Kanga. Dr. Campbell.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Love the performances from the students, Chaparral and Mesquite, the power of yet. We all need to embrace that, myself. Congratulations to the Esports students. And just a reminder, we have upcoming parent universities Wednesday, February 25th. That's next Wednesday, yes, at Sage, 5 p.m., and February 26th, the Thursday, at Cactus at 8:30 a.m. And our food distribution, if you missed it last Friday, it was tremendous. It was wonderful. We had a great turnout. We could always use your help, volunteers, right? We could use more people. Yes. And so we have 2 upcoming. It's every second and fourth Fridays of each month. So February 27th and March 6th are our next distribution days. And it's at our Community Schools Distribution Center, which is across from the water park, which is in the back of Site 18, Innovations Academy. So that's where we're located. So hope to see some more volunteers to help out. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. Mr. Beardsley.
Thank you. It's with regret that I announce the passing of Troy Setterfield. Mr. Setterfield began working with the district in 1982 as the Director of Maintenance and Operations. He became the Director of Facilities in 1991 and later became the Facilities Coordinator in 1995, where he worked until retiring from the district in 2000. Troy was an active member of our local Kiwanis Club for many years and will be missed by all who had the pleasure of knowing him.
Thank you, Mr. Beardsley. Dr. Ufandu.
Thank you. I would just like to echo what Donna said about the presentation. It was a great presentation by both Chaparral students and Mesquite Elementary. And also congratulations to the esports winner. And in that same manner, I would like to give a shout out to all the fiscal department staff members. They've been working so hard. We just concluded our audit, 2025 audit, and we are currently working on the second interim. So thank you, Leslie, out there for leading the team in Lisa's absence. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ufandu. Dr. Esquer.
Yes, I'd like to extend the same thanks and congratulations as my colleagues, and also a big thanks to Mrs. Craven. On Saturday, we had 507 students at Promise Academy on Saturday, so for a long weekend, that's fabulous. That's great. And our principal and assistant principal cohorts these last 2 weeks, we also went to a lot of different schools: Summerwind, Cactus, Manzanita, Cimarron, Desert Rose, although we did have some Edison issues there, but so they went to Palm Tree, Oak Tree, Yellen, Desert Willow, Los Amigos, PDC, Joshua Hills, and Mesquite, and we saw wonderful learning happening at all of those schools. So congratulations and thanks to everyone there as well. And then just a big congratulations. We had a very successful defense yesterday, so congratulations to Gerald Luke, who is now Dr. Gerald Luke.
Thank you, Dr. Esqueda. And now our superintendent, Mr. Maldonado. I'm sorry, Dr. Maldonado.
Mr. Doctor, it's the same. It's the same person. I want to ask Ms. Villalba a question. So let's say they win tonight. What happens? We're all happy that our soccer team is strong. What happens? They're going to win tonight.
Yeah, they better. I mean, I'm pretty sure they will. We have a great soccer team. You should go watch one day. Yeah.
So the next game is going to be here, right? If they win tonight, they're going to play Saturday.
I think so.
Okay, your principal said Saturday, so that's
literally, yeah. She's saying, yeah.
So as soon as we know, give us the time so we can come out and support our amazing soccer team. That's great. Okay, just a couple of things. One, the community events. I want to thank the volunteers. It's a lot of work. Come on, we all know it. But it all comes from the heart. And when people are in need, somehow we've always done it. We stepped up to the plate to help out. So parents were happy. I believe we had about 500 plus cars go through the line. So that's a lot of people in need. And when we can show a little bit of generosity and, you know, food can help out. We had some great support from the community, so thank you for that. I also would like to congratulate the Dos Caminos team. The WASC results were amazing. The reviewers all want to work for Palmdale. They want to work at Dos Caminos. So that's always amazing when they come out, review the school. But their team is just incredibly amazing, coming together to see what's going on, and for others to come in and see that it's going well, that is just fantastic. I also would like to thank our amazing chairwoman of the foundation, right over there, Candace, incredible job, thank you. We raised some good money. So we will have some new grants coming out, so you will let everybody know, but that was just an amazing event. Thank you to all the helpers. And as a reminder, Read Across America is right around the corner. Sign up to read at schools. I actually read this morning at Quail Valley, and it's just amazing when you can reconnect with students. They have a lot of good questions to ask. It's always fun, exciting. And then lastly, I want to thank our painters, Joe and Justin. They started, I don't know if you can tell, but they started right over here. They're going to paint all the wood, and they're going to go all the way around, but they have to do it in sections. So thank you, Susie and Al, everybody. You can tell that side is already painted, but we want to make sure we always keep a professional boardroom that looks pretty, and this is fantastic. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maldonado. Now we're going to go to item 14, reports, informational items, discussion. A, local control and accountability plan, mid-year update. Dr. Maldonado.
All right, we're going to keep it short. I would like to introduce Dr. Zerbano. She's going to provide you with your mid-year update, local control accountability, LCAP.
No pressure. This doesn't count until I start. Oh, okay, no jokes this evening. Oh, okay. Good evening, members. See, I already messed up. Good evening, Board President Velador, Board of Trustees, Student Trustee Villalba, Superintendent Dr. Maldonado, Cabinet, and audience members. I am here to present the LCAP mid-year update for the Palmdale School District for the 2025-2026 school year, as required by California law. I will be reporting on specific areas, budgetary changes since the last LCAP adoption in June 2025, as well as implementation progress of our current metrics and actions. The full slide deck was provided to you in your packet last weekend, and I will provide you a printed copy of today's summary slide deck for your review. So, when we adopted our budget in June 2025, the state's budget act was not yet finalized. So at the first interim budget that Mrs. Jaleka presented to you last month, we had seen two primary shifts. The total LCFF funds increased by about $237,000, which you would see related at the top of the two boxes. The supplemental and concentration grants, which I help oversee for the district, it decreased, though, by $1,674,074. This reduction is due to a decline in our unduplicated student count, so students who are foster youth, homeless, low-income student status, and English learners. Looking ahead, the governor's proposal suggests a 2.41% COLA for 26-27. However, we are tracking significant risks, including projected state deficits in 2027 to 29, and a continued shift towards one-time categorical funding, which I reported to you all last year. That trend continues this year. So I will be reporting progress on 12 goals. The first 4 are required and are common amongst all LCAPs across the state. So we'll start with goal 1, which is academic preparation. So all 13 planned actions, sorry, give me 1 second. This is not the right slide deck. Haha. Okay, sorry, let's go back to this. So, all 13 planned actions have started. We are monitoring 22 different metrics, which many are in progress, like attendance goals and local assessments. Others remain unknown because they are dependent on survey results for surveys which we have not yet distributed for the district to take. Like the California Healthy Kids Survey, which is being completed right now by our students and our families. Goal 2, which is a welcoming, safe, and healthy learning environment. This goal focuses on creating welcoming campuses throughout initiatives like capturing kids' hearts. All 15 actions are underway, and you'll see of our 20 metrics, right now 4 are known. Those 4 are dependent on CASP dashboard data that was reported in November. Goal 3 is family and community partnerships. This remains a priority for our unduplicated students, utilizing committees like the African American Parent Advisory Council, ELAC, DLAC, the Superintendent's Parent Advisory Council, and added this year the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council, of which we actually meet again tomorrow. All 8 actions that we have planned for this goal are in progress and have started. Again, most of the metrics are not yet known because we are dependent on surveys that go out in the spring, including the Title I and LCAP parent survey. Goal 4 is, although I reported here for you, this is actually reported in detail by Mrs. Jaleka, and when she goes over the second interim report, she'll share this more with you. This is the bulk of our funding that's received by the state. Now I move to goals 5 through 12. Goals 5 through 11 you see listed here are for each of our school sites that receive the equity multiplier funding source. So a significant addition are the goals 5 through 11, which support schools with high student mobility and socioeconomic disadvantage. So for targeted supports, we have 7 schools. Palmtree, Sage, and Yellen are utilizing these funds primarily for staffing needs and intensive interventions. So you'll see here, we report the different metrics. These are specific to each site, and you'll see that the majority of actions are started. Something of note for each of the school sites, some of the actions could not be started because they were specific to contracts that each of the schools were trying to pursue to be able to provide support with the help of various consultants. However, our district is experiencing a steep learning curve with the RFP formal bid process. So some of those contracts are still in progress. So some of the schools have had to either taper the extent of those contracts or delay the contracts until they've been formally approved. But the board is aware of the contract process. As you've seen, many of those come to you for your approval through the year. So we have Innovations Academy, we have Oak Tree, Palm Tree, Sage. Something of note about Sage, as of this coming school year, they will actually exit out of eligibility of equity multiplier. So they will not receive this special funding as of next year. Yellen, Yucca, Tamarisk. So that brings us now to our last goal, which is goal 12 for learning recovery. Funded by the Learning Recovery Emergency Block Grant, this $30 million allocation focuses on mitigating pandemic-era learning gaps. We've initiated 17 of the 33 planned actions, including new Saturday school programs for attendance recovery, as well as preparation for our new curriculum being adopted for mathematics. Many actions funded by this goal expand initiatives supported by LCFF, SNC, and Title I funding. Should federal funding be reduced next year, some of the loss will be offset by this grant, but it is only available through the 27-28 school year. Once that funding has been exhausted, this goal will drop from our plan. In summary, Director Harris actually provided you a wonderful comprehensive review of the dashboard results in the last board meeting, so I will only highlight 2 items for your attention. In terms of the wins, which be the left column, we have no schools currently in comprehensive support and improvement status, which is CSI. Our English learner progress indicator is green, and we have no student groups in the red, which is the lowest performance level for any of the main California dashboard indicators at this time, which is a significant achievement that is the culmination of the work of the entire district. Our challenge remains that we are eligible for differentiated assistance due to chronic absenteeism and suspension rates among specific groups, including foster youth and students with disabilities. Math also remains an academic focus, with 2 student groups still in the red performance level. So in closing, we will return on June 9th with the full annual update for the 26-27 LCAP. Thank you for your continued support of our students and staff. I am now happy to take any questions.
Questions, comments?
I just have a comment and a question. So the significance of the testing, I want the board to understand, has made such a huge impact that you said no student group is in red.
Correct. Correct. At the district level, there might be true ed sites, but at the district level, there are no student groups currently in the performance category of red, meaning that they have not decreased in their testing for math and ELA in the CASP, in the SBA, or they have not increased higher than 5% across the board as a student group across the district, which is a significant change for us.
So we're on a nice trajectory moving in that direction, stay away from the red, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
That was my comment. The other one was on the funding, the previous slide.
Mhm.
You said if it ends, if we have money in that budget, does it carry forward?
No, it will be swept back
Okay.
by the state.
By the
We
state.
we are charged to spend that money, but as of this year, of the 23 million that we had coming in at the beginning of September, we've already allocated 19 million.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
we are on track, and much of what we did, Dr. Esquer is the grant manager. What we have done is many of the different initiatives that would traditionally be under LCFF, we moved it on purpose to LREBG because it is one-time money, and our practice is always to spend one-time monies first before we spend our ongoing funds.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now go to item B, Palmdale Academy Charter School Local Control and Accountability Plan Mid-Year Update. Dr. Maldonado.
Okay, at this point, I would ask our principal, Dr. B, to come up and give her update. Did I say short update?
It will be short.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, Board President, Mr. Ralph Elidor, Board of Trustees, Student Board Member Allison Villalba, Jaguars, Superintendent Dr. Maldonado, and Cabinet. My name is Dr. Buono, and I'm the proud principal of Palmdale Academy Charter School, home of the Jaguars. Today, I'm happy to present PAC's Local Control Accountability Plan mid-year updates. By February 28th, the board must receive an update on LCAP implementation and progress. This includes action, implementation, performance metrics, and expenditures. This presentation also includes our first complete California dashboard results. Learning Recovery Emergency Block Grant Reporting is included in Goal 5. We will begin with an overview of action implementation across all 5 LCAP goals. Actions are categorized as completed, in progress, or not started. Overall, the majority of actions are either completed or actively underway. Goal 1 focuses on instructional quality, academic supports, and college and career readiness. Key highlights include professional development, MTSS implementation, AP support, and CTE pathways. Most actions under Goal 1 are in progress, reflecting strong instructional focus. Goal 2 centers on safety, engagement, attendance, and social-emotional supports. This includes trauma-informed practices, restorative practices, student leadership, and counseling services. These actions support both student wellness and academic access. PACS strengthened restorative practices through the Jaguar Den, a peer-mediated restorative justice space that supports conflict resolution, student voice, and positive school climate. This work contributed to a significant reduction in suspensions, and PACS has successfully exited CSI status, reflecting improved safety and engagement outcomes. Goal 3 focuses on family engagement and leadership opportunities. We continue to expand parent workshops and leadership structures such as School Site Council, ELAC, and APAC. Participation has increased and exceeds our original targets. Parents have had the opportunity to participate in workshops around financial aid and NCAA college acceptance process, just to name a few. Goal 4 ensures staffing, instructional materials, technology, and facilities in place. We remain 100% for appropriately assigned teachers and instructional materials. Facilities continue to be maintained in good repair. Goal 5 targets learning recovery and student re-engagement. This includes DNF recovery, AP supports, math intervention, after-school clubs, and staff data training. These actions are critical for closing learning gaps post-pandemic. We will now review key outcome metrics tied to LCAP goals. These include academic performance, attendance, behavior, EL progress, and college and career readiness. NWEA, our internal benchmark assessment, results show steady growth across grade levels in ELA and math. CAST ELA performance remains stronger than math, with specific student group gaps persisting. Math remains a critical area of focus. Continuing with our metric, some important metrics to highlight are: our DNF rates have reduced for all grade level groups. AP passage rates exceeded our 2027 goal, reaching nearly 70%. The EL dashboard is currently in red, showing we are 38% making progress, though we did see a 15.2% decline, indicating movement in the right direction. This reflects that while progress is occurring, growth has not yet been sufficient to meet dashboard expectations, particularly with our long-term English learners. We are addressing this through targeted ELD instruction, monitoring of LTEL students, and increased focus on reclassification readiness. Our goal remains to return to green and sustain it, ensuring EL students access rigorous instruction and pathways to reclassification. Attendance continues to improve, but has not yet reached our 95% target. Chronic absenteeism and suspension rates have declined significantly. Parent leadership participation has exceeded targets across all groups. This is PAC's first complete California dashboard release. It provides a baseline for long-term improvement and accountability. Beginning with snapshots of wins and challenges. Science performance and suspension rates are clear strengths. ELA and math show mixed results where ELA remains above standard overall. However, the slight decline reflects uneven progress across grade 11 students and students with disabilities. Math, while still below standard, shows a positive trajectory with notable improvements year over year. This indicates that interventions are beginning to work, but not yet translated into overall proficiency. English learner progress declined. This is largely due to a significant reclassification event where higher performing English learners exited the subgroup, leaving a smaller group of students with higher needs. Diving into academics, ELA declined slightly. Math performance improved but remains below standard. Students with disabilities are not noted on the dashboard because there were not enough of them in the 11th grade to impact the dashboard. English learners remain a big part of our planning as they are in red in both math and ELA. This is a direct result of high reclassification rates that PACS has experienced. Our reclassification rates last year were 38.1%, is the highest in the district. This year, planning for the LPAC exam included direct focus on data where long-term English learners were able to deep dive in what areas they were struggling with, practice in those areas, and set goals for the upcoming year. Given all of this work, our ELs are very motivated to reclassify into the general English program. Science shows the strongest academic gains school-wide with 53.4 points above standard. School climate improvements resulted in reduced suspensions and increased instructional time. Based on our first graduating class, the class of 2025, PACS A through G is 61.1%. This chart shows PACS A through G rate compared to the local high schools. As you can see, PACS is outperforming all local high schools with the exception of Soar High School. Also, PACS's A through G rate outperforms the Antelope Valley District by almost double. This slide shows how our local high schools compare on the College and Career Readiness Indicator. CCI measures whether students graduate prepared, approaching prepared, or not prepared. To be counted as prepared, a student must earn a high school diploma plus at least one post-secondary college and career indicator. These include CTE pathway completion with a C or better, dual enrollment, advanced placement exams, to name a few. PACS has nearly half of our students, 49.5%, classified as prepared. That places us above most comprehensive high schools in our local comparison. Our not prepared is significantly lower than many surrounding schools. This slide clarifies which metrics are not reported on the mid-year report because they are the end of the year annual data points. Next, we will transition from outcomes to how resources are aligned to supporting those outcomes. Goal 1 focuses on academic preparation and college and career readiness. Major investments include professional development, supplemental curriculum and supplies, CTE, and advanced placement supports. Some actions show lower expenditure because cost to second semester is not factored in this calculation. There's no budget in actions 1.6 and 1.8 because AVID and NWEA are paid out of Title I funding. Spending is aligned with strong gains in AP performance, NWEA growth, and college and career readiness. Goal 2 supports expenditures for student welfare, engagement, attendance, climate, and counseling. Largest investments reflect our belief that academic success aligns with student wellness. Expenditure supports counseling services, attendance interventions, school climate, and restorative practices. These investments correlate directly with suspension rate reductions and improved school climate dashboard status. Goal 3 funding supports parent workshops, parent leadership on campus such as School Site Council, ELAC, and APAC. Participation data shows we are exceeding leadership participation targets. Goal 4 expenditures ensures foundational conditions for learning such as credentialed teachers, instructional materials, facilities, and technology. PACS remains 100% appropriately credentialed teachers, 100% instructional materials and facilities in good repair. Goal 5 focuses on learning recovery and targeted supports. Expenditures support DNF recovery, advanced placement intervention, math intervention software, and data-informed instructional practices. Some funds remain unspent at this time as funding extends to the spring implementation period. Action 5.1, DNF recovery program, currently references Saturday intervention. However, PACS is seeking to include explicit language for summer intercession program to support students with credit recovery and summer enrichment opportunities. This concludes the LCAP mid-year progress update. Are there any questions?
Questions or comments?
I guess my only question, I know I asked you this question, what percent of our students in 12th grade will be graduating in June?
This year,
Yes,
so far 100%.
100%. Beautiful. Thank you. And we're going to be indoors.
Yes.
I'm looking at Al over there. We're going to be indoors.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about the heat.
Right, Al?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, let us know how the team does.
I will text.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. All right, item C, strategic plan for AI and AI tool integration in the Palmdale School District Report 2526.
Yes, thank you. So I'm going to ask Mr. Harris. As you can see, he's already up and getting ready to present. And I just want to thank the AI Task Force, including Mr. Smith, Mr. Harris, Dr. Zerbano, Mrs. Jensen, and Dr. Ross, who were all part of the team, although Mr. Harris is presenting. They've all been working really hard on this plan. And so welcome, Mr. Harris.
Thank you. Good morning, Board President.
Good evening.
Can I get a take two on that?
It's morning in Africa.
There you go.
Somewhere.
I once worked for somebody who said it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. Good evening, Board President Velador, Superintendent Maldonado, distinguished board members, including student member Villalba and members of Cabinet. It's my distinct pleasure and barely contained excitement, I can't even tell what time of day it is, to be presenting to you our 3-year strategic AI plan. I'm presenting to you not on behalf of myself, Dr. Zerbano, Mr. Smith, Dr. Ross, and Ms. Jensen, not because I'm the committee chair, but because I'm the chief author of this plan. So it's kind of like you wrote it, you get to present it, right? So we're going to start off with our why and why now. For starters, this is our reality. I think that if we look at the pace of change in technology, no one sitting here in our lifetime have we've seen a single kind of technology change at this particular rate. This plan was more or less finalized in November, which is not even 4 months ago. And I would say that there are things in it that might be construed as, strictly speaking, a little out of date. I think also that generative AI contains the either exciting or frightening, depending on where you stand, potentiality that innovation has always missed not what we call knowledge workers, doctors, lawyers, engineers, educators. Generative AI promises to level that field. In fact, what we are starting to see among young people, Ms. Villalba's age, is moving back to building trades because they see that as fields that are not replaceable by AI. So when I say that it is of utmost importance to the Educational Technology Department and the AI Committee that we have a strategic plan and we prepare our teachers and then our students for this, that is what I am talking about. That is the urgency from which I'm trying to speak. Our goal, as you will see repeated several times in this plan, is to prepare all of our stakeholders for what the rest of the 21st century might look like. The core philosophy around which this plan is built is, I will usually use the expression human in the loop, but is a human-centered approach where there is always a flesh and blood person ultimately responsible for decision-making here. And then finally, our focus is to unlock the potential for personalized instruction as well as efficiency across the district in sort of every aspect of how we do business. You can see our mission here is to prepare all staff, but our foundational philosophy, and this is the third district I've written this kind of a plan for, and I think it's my best one. So well done, PSD, getting me after I've written it twice already. So in our third one is that AI needs to be like a GPS for us. Self-driving cars notwithstanding, that it is we who turn the wheel, we who pump the gas and the brakes, not the robot. To move from empowerment and away from restriction, we know that when we restrict technology, what we do is we create divides and we create inequity. We create haves and have-nots. And ultimately, to remind all staff that people are the foundation of decision-making and operations. So this plan is specifically aligned with the Palmdale Promise. You can see the 4 pillars under which we tried to align this plan, the full 19-page plan of which Dr. Zabano handed out to you as I was setting up and bidding you good morning. Those 4 particular pillars are high intellectual performance, equity, integrity and community, and finally continuous improvement. And again, given the delta or the rate of change in AI, I think continuous improvement is very important here. These are our 5 guiding principles. I think chiefest among them is human agency and oversight in all things. But again, academic integrity and critical consumption, equity of access and inclusivity, data privacy and security, and again, continuous evaluation and adaptability. Here you can see that there is a bullet-pointed version of the 19-page document in front of you. Year 1 is building foundational capacity, especially among staff and instructional staff, but not exclusively instructional staff. Year 2 is expanding integration. That's not just instructional integration, it is operational integration as well, and Year 3 is deepening that. I'm not going to go into those bullet points. I will say that this is a phased approach, purposefully built in the way that it's built, to not try and, as it were, throw all the spaghetti against the wall all at the same time. It's quite kind of a lot. Also, that spaghetti keeps changing. Is to build a strong foundation with the express purposes of mitigating risk and ensuring buy-in, and focusing to build that foundational skill on the Google suite of AI tools, Gemini, Notebook LM, some of which we've seen examples tonight, for secure and integrated experience. And the other reason is we know that Google security is state-of-the-art and gold standard, and we also know that it is included with our licenses, so it's not acquiring additional tools. So returning to our guiding principles, over the last 3 board meetings, you have all been hearing the readings of updated and added board policies, 5 individual board policies, which I think will be approved and finalized tonight. Those 2 highlighted guiding principles, academic integrity and critical consumption, and data privacy and security, are chiefly concerned with those things. And that is not by coincidence, that is absolutely on purpose, because when you ask our community stakeholders, not just in Palmdale, not just in California, but across the country, what are your biggest concerns? One is data privacy and security. AI is a technology that thrives on giving it more. The more you tell it about you, the better it is at working with you. But that also means trading privacy for efficacy. And then finally, academic integrity and critical consumption. And the issue there in our new academic honesty policy does ground the integrity and the use of it in what the teacher feels is appropriate on a per student assignment. But that is why we put the policies we put before you, to address these main concerns. This policy also includes clear guardrails for all stakeholder groups, both best practices, what we'd like to see, and prohibited practices. And again, it says staff, it does not say instructional folks, because, for example, under prohibited uses, entering personally identifiable information, which we abbreviate as PII, there is no department in this building that does not work with some form of PII, whether it's student or staff-based. We have established best practices and prohibited uses to ensure that everybody who works here, but also our community, understands how Palmdale School District is going to operate and how we're going to teach kids about this, and teachers. So a large part of this plan involves professional development, and I need to, not to harp on the same thing over and over again, but I cannot stress enough the rapidity with which this technology is changing. When Gemini really, that's Jim Smith and I, not Gemini, the AI. When Jim and I first started looking at this approach, it's really about enunciation when I'm talking about this with Mr. Smith and myself. like month after month, we'd be like, did you see this? Did you see this coming? It's like kids in a candy shop, but I think at the same time, we're like, wow. I've shared with Dr. Scare, this is the first time in my ed tech career that I've been like, I don't know how much I'm going to be able, longer after I stop my career, am I going to be able to keep up with this pace of change? But in year one, it's really about building foundational capability, foundational risk, not just how do you use this tool, but how do you approach AI specifically using the tools that we know are secure as the playground, as the safe space to do that. Year two, you can see we're advanced integration, and that's where we especially start to differentiate, even up to including a focused leadership on personal professional learning and how to support individual members of their staff instead of these broad brushstroke approaches that we currently have. Here's the sort of scope and sequence of our foundational series. So you can see understanding AI, PSD guidelines and policy, which we think are foundational to teachers and office staff understanding what is permissible instead of going, can I use this, can I use that, but thinking about it in terms of safe approaches and safe practices instead of specific tools, because we know the tools are going to change, yes? Prompt engineering, which is getting the best out of the robot that you possibly can by asking it good questions. Moving on to AI as an assistant. That's all day one. Day two is differentiated both by grade band and subject matter, but also according to ability level and comfort level of the teachers in the room. And then finally into lesson planning, but again, integrating district and state approved and adopted curriculum, not just making up anything that I want because I believe it addresses the standard. Again, that's where human in the loop comes up to the C&I level at the district level. And again, this is going to not be 3 years and we're done. Everybody knows what they need to know about AI. With the rate of change, the Ed Tech department will be engaged in the rest of its existence in not only the continued professional development of new incoming to PSD teachers, but the revamp and update and then retraining of current and existing staff and teachers. And that figures into our next step. So updating relevant board policies. You see the 5 you've been hearing about. I believe this will be the final meeting in which case those happens. The strategic plan being trotted out for you. That's happening as I speak. The Ed Tech department will be, as I understand it, backfilling 2 of our Ed Tech coach positions. There were 3 last year. There were 2 retirements. And we will be moving forward trying to bring those up because, as I said, professional development and constantly refreshing the training materials, but bringing people back into training will be a constant and sort of, I hate to say never ending, but I just don't see it ending. Finally, to set up and expand the AI advisory team. This will be comprised of district stakeholders at all levels. For instructional and leadership staff, we are going to ask that they have gone through the foundational training before they join so that at the very least they are conversant in PSD practices, guidelines, policies, and prohibitions. Out of the Ed Tech department and somewhat IT, we're going to continue to prioritize and fund professional learning as we see that being a main bulwark against bad practices and poor security creeping in. And finally, the commitment to continuous evaluation, that will be a chief function of the advisory team, as well as looking at this plan by the end of the 3 years. It will definitely need to be revised, probably rewritten whole cloth. But those are our recommendations and next steps moving forward. And there we are at the end. I welcome any questions or discussion.
Is it possible to get a copy of the slides you just showed us?
100%.
Okay, I'd appreciate that so that I can go back and look at them again.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of information in those slides, so thank you.
I would be happy to provide that through.
And Nancy, you were on the task force for CSBA.
Right.
And you know that it's changed a whole lot
It
since you
does.
were there and now up to this point, so.
Yeah, and they're posting resources all the time. I send a lot of them to Jim when I get them, but there's another, as you're saying, it's changing rapidly. There's a whole other set of things that are about to come out of CSBA on this topic because there's, especially small school districts are having a really hard time figuring out how to do this because they don't have the staff to be able to do it.
It's completely understandable.
And I think with our plan also, we try to focus on the fact that you're always going to need the human, and we have to rely on the human. Today I was at lunch, and it's cute to see the little robot come out and deliver the food, but if I ask the robot to bring me a clean plate, it's not going to do it, right? You got to rely on the human. Well, at least now it's not going to do it.
I would say I'd have to see the robot, sir, and
Yeah.
get a look at its software before I can answer that
robot
question.
is told go to table 3, and it goes to table 3, and that's the end of it. But you're good. Well, my point is you need the human being. So.
Absolutely.
Anyone else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
We're now to item D, Palmdale School District Annual Financial Audit Report, Financial and Performance Audit of Building Fund Measure W, DD, PSD, and PRM for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025. Dr. Francis Ufandu.
Thank you very much. Just to remind us that this year we switched our auditors because we have maxed up our 6 years with our prior auditor, iBelly. So we have Christy White, auditor this year. And today I have Austin Pepiak to help explain our 2025 audit. Welcome, Austin.
Thank you, Dr. Ufandu. Good morning, board members. Good morning, staff, faculty, and everyone else here. Today I'll be going over the district audit to start. To begin, I want to go over the audit process itself, kind of give you an idea of what we did. In spring, we started our interim process, which relies on testing internal controls, not just at the district office, but as well as at school sites. This includes testing payroll, cash receipts, cash disbursements, HR related items. And then at the school site, we ended up testing teacher credentials, attendance, as well as instructional time. Leading into year end, we begin looking at the unaudited actuals. This is where our more substantive testing takes place. We go over accounts payable, expenditures, revenue, basically financial statement items for the funds, as well as the government-wide activities, such as governmental-wide net position, which then changes from a modified accrual at the fund level to a full accrual approach at the governmental level, including items such as capital assets and long-term liabilities. I will now go over our audit responsibilities. At the district level, the responsibility is to design and maintain effective internal controls, preparation of financial statements, as well as prepare and manage financial activity for continued operations. As the auditor's responsibility, it is to provide an opinion, which means reasonable assurance that the financial statements are materially corrected. To do this, we conduct the audit in accordance with auditing standards generally accepted in the United States and the standards applicable to GAS, governmental auditing standards. Now we will go over the summary of the audit results, which you can find in the report. We gave an unmodified, which is the best opinion on the school district's audit report. We did find a significant deficiency identified in internal controls over financial reporting, which I will go over in a future slide. We didn't find any federal award findings, so that was really good. And then finally, we did find one finding related to state awards. Going over the financial statement finding, this was over a Fund 21 AP accrual item that was accrued in 24-25, but should have been accrued in 25-26, leading to an overstatement of liabilities in the current year. It is our recommendation just at the end of the year to go over any adjustment entries and making sure that items are properly accrued. In terms of the state of award finding, it was a finding on the CEA. This is a repeat finding from last year, but it has no question cost. And this was a very common finding that we found with a lot of school districts as well, due to ESSER funds. It is our recommendation that the district evaluates its expenditures and develops a plan to ensure compliance with the above noted requirement. If the district is unable to meet the requirement, we recommend obtaining an approval of exemption for this requirement. I would also like to go over the status of prior year findings. For instance, the financial finding in the prior year has been approved upon. There was a lot less adjustments. It was looking really good. As far as other findings, reconciliation and reporting of community facilities district activities has been implemented. Attendance finding from prior year has been implemented. Classroom teacher salaries, like previously stated, has not been implemented yet. And then instructional time finding from prior year has been implemented as well. That goes over a quick summary of the audit report for the year. If there's any questions, I will happily take them.
Questions, comments?
Francis, I think I had asked for some further explanation on a point. Can he do that? I appreciated what you sent to us this afternoon, too. That did help.
Austin is asking about the 96 million for the, what do you call it? I blacked out. The net position.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you explain that more for the board?
So governmental-wide net position, we're going from the fund accrual basis to a more full approach. So therefore, we're taking into account capital assets, which there was a lot of building this year. Assets have gone up based on that, as well as long-term liabilities such as OPED based on actuarial studies has gone down a bit. So it leads to an increase in net position, not necessarily funds that have, but based on the assets and liabilities.
Right, I just wanted to make sure everybody understood when they saw that number, that's not cash in the bank
Yes, ma'am.
number.
That's what I was gonna say.
So, and not to mislead them to think that's cash in the bank.
Yes, ma'am.
No, we have really done well with our OPEB trust, so we have dropped like 23 million down from our liabilities, so that's really huge. Mhm.
And thank
Any
you for
other
explaining that.
No problem. I will now go on to the bond audit procedures. Perfect. So while the last presentation went over the district-wide, now we are going to go over our bond presentation for measures W, DD, PSD, and PRM. Beginning with the financial audit for these measures, our financial audit objective is a financial statement audit, is examination of the entity's financial statements and accompanying disclosures by an independent auditor. Note, we are only issuing an opinion on the measure W, DD, PSD, and PRM bond building funds. For our testing for financial substantive procedures, it's very much like our district audit as well, except now it only focuses on these measures found in Fund 21, not the total of Fund 21, but the resource codes for them. So we will review the cash, accounts payable, revenue, expenditures, and interfund activities that relate to these measures. Our opinion on the financial statements was we gave another unmodified opinion. Everything was materially stated and presented. No findings or anything, except for one for Fund measure PRM, which was that previous Fund 21 finding we talked about in the district audit. Performance audit, we also performed a performance audit as outlined in Appendix A of the EAAP K-12 States Audit Guide. The primary objectives of this performance audit are to ensure the funds are properly expended for purposes outlined by the applicable bond measure and verify that funds used to pay salaries of district employees are allowable per opinion 04110 of the CA Attorney General. Report on performance. In our opinion, based on the fieldwork described as well as the other tests that we conducted, the district complied with the compliance requirements for the bond measures. Some of the testing that we performed during this performance audit was expenditure testing. We selected a sample of expenditures based on each measure's materiality and tested for validity, allowability, and accuracy, and concluded that the sampled expenditures were in compliance. I provided a little chart there to show that we tested around 30% to 64% for PSD, but a total of 33%. We also noted that there were no salaries or benefits charged to any of the measures for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025. Another side of the performance audit is bidding procedures. We looked at two projects that went to bid during the 24-25 year. For Measure DED and PSD, we looked at the traffic improvement project, and for Measure PRM, we went and looked over the master fence project. Both projects were perfectly went to bid, followed all procedures completely in compliance. And we also end up looking at change orders as well. So we selected a sample to ensure that the change orders were properly approved at board meetings by the district's policy and in accordance with the district's policy. We verified cumulative change orders did not exceed 10%, and the reason we do that is because if it was too high of a change order, we kind of want to see it re-go to bid if it's too much money, but there is no signs of that. And then for those projects, for Measure W, DD, and PSD, we looked at the boys and girls locker rooms by Coast Construction Groups, and Measure PRM, we looked at the field contract with Herc Edwards, Inc. Like previously stated, there was one financial statement finding. This had to do with Measure PRM, which in the district audit we also went over. This was with accounts payable as well, leading to an overstatement of AP in the current year. And then I'm open to any questions according to the bond report. Perfect. Thank you guys so much. And I want to say thank you especially to Dr. Ufandu, Lisa, Leslie at the district office. Everyone there was amazing to work with, and I truly appreciate it.
And thank you for digging deep there to make sure that we are doing what we're supposed to do.
Thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely.
If I may, we're going to stop for just a second. We have great news from the soccer field in Whittier. What happened? We won! Congratulations. What was the score? It was like 2-0 penales. Oh, and penalties.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That must have been one great
Congratulations to our team and all the kids, the parents, the staff at PAX.
So when's that next game? This Saturday at 3 p.m. at PAX?
Okay,
Go Jaguars.
From the theater, we're driving over to PAX. Can we bring the steel band with us?
So there you have it, audience. PAX is on top. Let's go PAX, right? Jaguars. Okay, now we're going to go to item E, Antelope Valley.
Back to business.
Back to business. Antelope Valley Learning Academy Charter School Annual Audit Report for fiscal year ending June 30, 2025.
Thank you. This report is included in your packet, and there was no findings on the audit report.
Thank you, Dr. Ufandu. Item F, first reading of new board policy and administrative regulation 1445, response to immigration enforcement. Dr. Maldonado.
Thank you so much. Would you, board members all have been reading about this particular admin regulation update. It aligns with new laws in the state of California. I've sent this to you via email. I did receive a couple of requests, and we made the changes. Other than that, we are under a timeline. So it's first reading tonight, and we will be adopting tonight also so that we can upload it to the state website. So if there are no questions, we'll move forward on it.
Thank you, Dr. Maldonado. Item G, Certificated Teacher Monthly Absence Report, January 2026, Mr. Ryan Beardsley.
And you have that information in your packets.
Thank you. Item 15, Communications, request to address the board or request to be completed prior to addressing the board. Go to B, request to address the board, reference agenda items. Any written communication received was distributed to the board prior to the meeting. And 16, consent calendar. May I have a motion to approve consent calendar items 17B through 17E1A?
So moved. Second.
A motion is second. Any discussion? Seeing none, let's vote. And that passes 4-0. Okay, we're off to 17 action items. A, Superintendent, 1, selection of representative for the 2026 CSBA Delegate Assembly Election, Region 2022.
I move that we approve the 3 people that are on our Antelope Valley School Boards and for the new year in the Delegate Assembly. They're all returning.
Second.
We have motion and second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, let's vote. And that passes 4-0. Let's go to item 2, adoption of new board policy and administrative regulation 1445, response to immigration enforcement.
So moved. Second.
We have motion and second. Is there any discussion? Well,
We can't vote.
we can't vote.
Thank you.
Let's vote. And that passes 4-0. Item 3, facilities M&O. A, approval of the ratification of the agreement for services ICS 2600000442 with Facilitron, Inc. for the portal for processing developer fees and the facilities inspection tool FIT software license to document deficiencies during school site visits in the amount of $23,000. This contract is effective January 25th, 2026 through January 24, 2027. Funding is provided by RRMA funds. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
A motion is second. Please vote. That passes 4-0. B, educational services. Adoption of the resolution celebrating Read Across California Month.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote. And that passes 4-0.
Thank you. With your vote, you have approved the resolution for Read Across California Month, whereas the Assembly Concurrent Resolution 62, Read Across California, was chaptered into law on September 6, 2011, and whereas Read Across California Month encourages citizens of California to read for at least 30 minutes a day for 30 days during the month of March in conjunction with the Read Across America campaign, and whereas children who independently spend time reading score higher on tests than children who do not read, and whereas this measure will help foster a love of reading and knowledge and raise awareness of the importance of reading. So let it therefore be resolved that the governing board of the Palmdale School District hereby approves the month of March as Read Across California Month. Thank you.
All right, let's go to item 2, adoption of the resolution celebrating National Parent Teacher Association Founders Day.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
A motion is second. Please vote. That passes 4-0.
Thank you. With that vote, you have approved the resolution for National PTA Founders Day, whereas the Parent Teacher Association is an association promoting and advocating for children's health, welfare, and education in our state and around the country. And whereas the National Parent Teacher Association, PTA, was founded in 1897 and is celebrating its anniversary on February 17, 2026. And whereas through the tireless volunteer advocacy efforts of PTA members in Georgia and throughout the country, important innovative efforts have been made and undertaken, such as child labor laws, juvenile justice codes, kindergarten, school hot lunch programs, school immunization against childhood diseases, drug awareness programs, television ratings, and many other worthwhile endeavors contributing to our schools and society. And whereas PTA members in our communities are seeking to promote and encourage parental involvement in our public schools to benefit student achievement and are an integral part of our successful awareness and adoption of important activities for our local schools. And whereas PTAs across the country celebrating the founding of PTA and commemorating their individual and collective accomplishments every year on February 17th is known as Founders Day. So let it therefore be resolved that the governing board of the Palmdale School District hereby approves February 17th, 2026 as National PTA Founders Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Number 3, adoption or revision to board policy 5131.9, academic honesty.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote. That passes 4-0. Okay, item 4, approval of the agreement for services ICS 2600000419 with CompTIA, Inc. to provide cybersecurity certification exam vouchers and access to a software-based instructional program at Palmdale Academy Charter School in the amount of $5,058. This contract is effective February 18th, 2026 through June 30, 2026. Funding is provided by Palmdale Academy Charter School GSPP funds.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second, please vote. That passes 4-0. C, Business Services. 1, Child Nutrition. Adoption of resolution proclaiming National School Breakfast Week, March 2nd, 2026 through March 6th, 2026.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second, please vote. That passes 4-0.
Thank you. With your vote, you have approved the resolution for the National School Breakfast Program. Whereas the Federal National School Breakfast Program has served our nation admirably for over 60 years through advanced practices and nutrition education. And whereas this year's theme, The Quest for School Breakfast, encourages curiosity, creativity, and engagement, reminding students that every great adventure starts with a strong beginning and a nutritious breakfast. It also reminds students, parents, and stakeholders that children who eat breakfast are more likely to reach higher levels of achievement in reading and math, have better concentration and memory, be more alert, maintain a healthy weight, and improve social and emotional well-being. And whereas experts say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and the federal government agrees, U.S. National School Breakfast Week takes place during the first full week in March to raise awareness. And whereas the Federal National School Breakfast Program celebrates the importance of a nutritious school breakfast in fueling students for success, and whereas our school cafeteria are staffed by dedicated and hardworking child nutrition assistants, 1, 2, 3, and child nutrition managers, and members of the California School Employees Association Local 296. And now, therefore, the Palmdale School District does hereby proclaim the week of March 2nd through the 6th, 2026 as National School Breakfast Week, and encourages all residents to become aware of the benefits of the school breakfast program and support good nutrition habits for their children in the hope of achieving a more healthy citizenry for today and the future. And with that, I would like to acknowledge all our child nutrition staff who is at home watching, and those that are here today, our child nutrition director, Michelle Kersey. Please stand to be acknowledged first. Thank you so much for all that you and your team are doing for our kids, because I know our kids love our food in the cafeteria. So thank you so much. And I would like to use this opportunity to invite everybody to our next mini food show at Site 18 on February 20th. It's this Friday. So feel free to come and test all those wonderful dishes. It's 9 o'clock, 9 a.m.
That sounds yummy.
No fufu.
Okay, let's go to item B, approval of the Los Angeles County Office of Education, contract number 604023, to provide the Palmdale School District's Child Nutrition Department with the customized support to expand health and wellness initiatives in the amount of $8,000 income. This contract is effective February 18th, 2026 through June 30, 2027. Can I have a motion?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? There it is, I'm sorry. And it passes 4-0. Okay, item 2, ECE Head Start. A, approval of the agreement for services ICS 260000456 with Danielle Mitchell to provide professional development for Palmdale School District's early childhood education Head Start and early Head Start teaching staff in the amount of $5,300. This contract is effective March 9th, 2026. Funding is provided by Head Start and the California State Preschool Program state funds.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote. That passes 4-0. Purchasing and warehouse. A, approval of the utilization of the Choice Partners National Cooperative Purchasing Contract, RFP 2022-038SG -26 with NWEA for educational materials and related items. This contract is effective through August 16, 2026.
So moved. Second.
My motion is second. Please vote. That passes 4-0. 4, Tech Services, adoption of revision to Board Policy 0440, District Technology Plan, and removal of the administrative regulation. To a motion.
So, second.
We have a motion second, please vote.
One more time.
That passes 4-0. Item B, adoption of new board policy 0441, artificial intelligence. Can we get a motion?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second, please vote. That passes 4-0. C, adoption of revision to board policy and new exhibits 4040, employee use of technology. Can we get a
So
mo-
moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote. That passes 4-0. D, adoption of revision to board policy and exhibit 6163.4, student use of technology.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion second. Please vote. That passes 4-0. Item E, approval of the request for quote for RFQ for CDW Government LLC as the E-rate vendor for funding year 2025-2026. Total cost is $672,650 with 53 cents, of which $571,752.95 will be paid with E-rate funds, and $100,897.58 will be paid with LCAP funds. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
A motion is second, please vote. That passes 4-0. D, Human Resources. 1, approval of the 2026, 2027, 2027, 2028, and the 2028, 2029 classified leadership occupational therapist calendars.
So moved. Second.
We have motion to second. Please vote. That passes 4-0. 2, approval of certificated personnel, employment change of status, ratification of resignation, termination, leave of absence, requests, and other.
So moved. Second.
We have motion to second. Please vote. That passes 4-0. Item 3, approval of classified personnel, employment change of status, ratification of resignation, termination, leave of absence, and other.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote. That passes 4-0. Item 18, request to address the board reference non-agenda items. We have one request to address the board. Ms. Raquel Durford, please come forward. You will have 3 minutes.
Good evening. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm Raquel Durfler. I'm the campaign coordinator for Cancel the Contract, but I'm also here as a Latinx mother in this community. So I want you to really hear me and know that this is a very, very upsetting thing that I'm going to address. So I would like to speak publicly about this district's response to the student walkouts that occurred on February 6th. The walkouts were student organized and led and were a direct response to the brutality of ICE that has been here in our communities. Cancel the Contract began hearing accounts from students from David G. Millen Magnet Academy, Shadow Hills Magnet Academy, and Cactus Magnet Academy. This district's PR machine would like parents, students, and the public to believe that student safety was the driving factor on how they responded to students who signaled they were considering exercising their First Amendment right to peacefully protest. I would like to make it abundantly clear it was never about student safety. Students walk to and from school every day. The district's response was about crushing any appearance of dissent or free thought on the part of these students. The district sent a representative to David G. Millen to admonish students that they should be ashamed of themselves for even thinking of walking out when they had the lowest test scores in the district. At Shadow Hills, the principal, Dr. Spates, threatened the students that if they walked out, they would receive truancy notices, would not be able to participate in sports, get kicked off of ASB, Avid, and Webb, and that the 7th and 8th graders would get their promotions taken away. At Cactus, students were taking advantage of the administration's plan to let them have a safe space on campus. The students that accepted that and protested peacefully on campus were threatened with truancy as well. This school district loves to brag that 17 of its campuses are Capturing Students' Heart National Showcase School, a program that emphasizes a culture of kindness and respect. How these students were treated was clearly at odds with those values. It is egregious that administrators in a predominantly Latinx school district would treat their youth this way. Youth brave enough to stand up for their families, friends, and their community. They showed more courage than most adults in the Antelope Valley and in this room, walking up to 4 miles to peacefully protest. I would also like to put out there, if any students or family need help with any punishment they received as a result of participating in the walkout, to please DM cancel the contract. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Item B, California School Employee Association President, Mr. Michael Oak.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. President Velador, Board of Trustees, Student Board Member Villalba, Superintendent Maldonado, Cabinet, ladies and gentlemen here with us and those joining us at home. First, I want to take a slight deviation and congratulate the Pax Jaguars for their victory tonight. I believe they were playing in actual soccer weather tonight, so that makes it even all more exciting. Our young performers from Chaparral and Mesquite tonight, wonderful performances. Always wonderful to see the TKK and first graders out here. The smiles on their faces cannot be duplicated, and it always puts a glow in my heart. It's also great to see so many parents come out to support their kids and their students. It takes all of us to complete a child, and parents are step one. To all the students who participated in our Esports championship, congratulations, especially those who finished in first or second. But those who didn't, don't give up. Hopefully next time we'll see you up here being recognized. Well, it seems like it has been some time since we had 2 meetings in a month, but maybe that's just my recollection. Now, as I'm wont to do, I was reading through the agenda before we set out tonight to begin our meeting, and I noticed 2 things in the closed session. Those are items for our Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources and our Assistant Superintendent of Special Education and Student Services. Now, I'd have to be a fool not to know what those are there for. And I do realize that there's nothing I can say at this dais to change what the outcome of these discussions is going to be. But I would ask that this board remember those attitudes and to give direction to the district and their negotiations teams as we work towards balancing the compensation for classified employees. If we do this, I won't have to stand up here month after month, meeting after meeting, and talk about, oh, and by the way, Mr. Ramirez won't have to stand up here and talk about it either, how we don't have the professionals in the classroom that we should. And we don't have them because for all we say about leading, we don't lead when it comes to our classified employees. Now, I realize it's not a simple equation to try to figure this out and to make changes, but it is something that we have to get to if we are going to serve our students, and our students are supposed to be at the top of that pyramid. As I close, and in honor of a gentleman we lost today, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, an icon of civil rights, and a man who said, never look down on anybody unless you're helping them up. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Oak. Palmdale Elementary Teachers Association President, Mr. Andrew Ramirez.
Good evening, Board President Valador, Student Board Member Villalba, Superintendent Dr. Maldonado, and Cabinet. Thank you to Chaparral, Mesquite. I'm sorry I wasn't able to watch their performances live. We all know that's the highlight of, my second Tuesday. But I wanted to, wanted to make sure that I did mention, because I know that, they put a lot of practice and there's a lot of good work that goes into those performances. And again, coming up here as a young person, for some it's exciting, for others it's probably terrorizing, and I think they end up having a good old time. And I see them leave, they're always very full of smiles. Congrats to Esports champions, great work. I think it's a great program. I've said that just like our sports programs, those are programs that bring students to school. It gives them an incentive to be here at school. You can't just sit all day, try to teach them, math, science, and all these other things without giving them something to look forward to. And so, esports is obviously a sport, whether we agree or not. But, it obviously is something that the students really enjoy, and, they put a lot of practice into that. I actually do wish they had something like that when I was a student. So, it was great to see that and have them celebrated. As for AI, the real only thing I remember from AI was watching Terminator's young person and thinking that it was just gonna, take over the world and one day just do terrible things. But we could see a lot of good work with AI, and it's very good to see our district taking, being headstrong with that to bring that technology in a responsible way. Accepting of technology, understanding it's just not going to go away, it's not going to stop, it's actually just getting stronger and stronger, faster and faster as we speak. So, it's good to have that, and for us to take a good stance and take a look at that so that our staff and students can have that technology that is going to increase, health, welfare, everything else of the people of the United States and the world. Want to celebrate PTA Founders Day. My mother was always a PTA member. She was a PTA president. She was active at the school site. She was there to watch me do anything to make sure I did nothing wrong, right? Which, helped me to be a better person, because she was there, active in the school. They knew her. She was there to promote, the school and to bring in more membership, but also to just have parents on campus. They're active with their students, right, with their children. Right across California, I'm always happy to take part in that. I see many of you up here take part in that as well. We run into each other at school sites. I look forward to taking part in it again this year. And National School Breakfast Week. Gotta love the school breakfast. I have 2 children in Palmdale School District who enjoy the breakfasts and the lunches. And I take part with the wellness committee, the nutrition committee. I can't remember the name. I think it's wellness, right? On Friday to go try out the food myself to make sure that it's good and it passes all of the tests for my children. Of course, it's all just for their benefit, not mine. And a great foundation reception and dinner. Always good to see all of those that are involved in bringing in money that goes directly to classrooms and to our staff, right? Because classified staff also are qualify for those, to bring that money to do those things that we may not be able to do otherwise. So thank you to everybody who donates, everyone who bids, everybody who helps us raise that money. As Mr. Oak is saying, we have a real issue, when it comes to our special education classrooms and staffing those. And so, we do hope for a solution, right? A solution that helps us help the students of Palmdale School District, those that have the most need for that support. We really just want to understand that, when it comes to staffing, we can staff appropriately. But of course, we want to also make sure that the staff we bring in are people who are going to be here for the long haul, the people that are going to be here to take care of those students and to work collaboratively with the teachers. We have a SPED focus at PETA. I've had that since I came in as president. I just see that, something like a SPED committee is a natural extension of liaisons, where you get that lead from the middle idea, because there's a lot of issues that we have that I bring to the attention of those that, can help me to get a better outlook on it. But we also need to be, solution-oriented, and we can't just have, like, we see with the classrooms, that, this is what we're doing to try to fix it, but, it doesn't actually work, right? Because we need to take different creative steps and solutions to that. And, I can prove this to Mr. Oak. I wrote down that same quote for a person who's very special to me and my family, Reverend Jesse Jackson. He did something great for me, right, for my family. And to say never look down on anybody unless you're helping them up, really reflects some of the things that go on in our United States here in America. So, it was great to be that, Mr. Oak also, saw the same quote and was able to share it with you. So, thank you, and I hope that you have a great evening.
Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Now we'll go straight to comments. We don't need to go to closed session, so Mrs. Smith.
Yes, again, I love when the kids come in, because that's what we're all about, are the kids, so that's great. The food distribution was amazing, but we do need more volunteers. We had more than double this time what we had the first time, so you can imagine what's going to happen as this catches on and more people find out. So it really does help when we have more volunteers that can spend some time. And you don't have to spend the whole day or the whole morning. If you just come for an hour or so, that'd be great. But and the families were so grateful. They had no idea what was in the bags. They just were happy to get the bags so that they had some food. And the foundation dinner, I think, went very well. We had a couple of glitches, but they got worked out and things came along. So I think we should be very proud of the things we're going to be able to add to the classroom, as Mr. Ramirez said, so that kids and teachers and classified get things that they would not be able to have otherwise. But otherwise, it's been a busy time, and next week is super busy. It seems like there are 3 or 4 things on every day next week. So it's super busy, but that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Vega.
Speaking of being super busy, I think most of us are gone for most of Read Across California, so my apologies, and I'm sure the others apologize too, but you can get in touch if you want us to come read at another time. Thank you for all of you who participated in the foundation dinner. Whether you helped or bought stuff, we'll be passing the money through to you in the near future, or some of the money. Food drive was great. Want to thank, shout out to Mr. Gatlin for realizing that it was totally appropriate for his PCL to be there helping, and the parents from that school were really surprised to see her there and pleased that they showed up too. And also for Andrew, thank you so much for coming to help pass out food. With that, as always, thank you all for all you do.
Thank you, Ms. Vega. Ms. Zulujo.
Said some of the good things. I am so proud of us for all we do for our children via our families, because if we want to teach kids in the classroom, won't do any good if they're coming from a home that's not supportive. And having the families realize that they're all part of us and we are part of them, it makes me proud to see the community coming out, like the food giveaway and all the different things that we're doing to show that we care about them. And with that, we're able to actually teach the whole child. That's one of the most beautiful things I can say that's happening with what we're doing with Parent University, the food giveaway, which was really, really beautiful. And it just warms my heart, because I think what we do in the classroom should be reflected in the community, and community should be able to say good things about us. And I didn't see anybody that wasn't grateful. And we worked, our Duncans off. So I encourage people to come again, thank you for making that statement, because the PCL that was there, not only did she get to see her families and remind them of other things that was happening, we need to make sure that we use them correctly so that they can be the voice to the families and have information go out. I thank you so much. And the foundation, I have a new job title. I was separating people from their monies because I sold so many raffle tickets. I mean, that was, Vegas is the next place. I don't gamble, but it looked good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Zulujo. And as we celebrate our kids, every time we come here to watch their performances, nothing touched my heart more than watching the families out there that were supporting their kids. The esports parents just blew me away. The support, the drive, the fire they had, the pride I saw just fills my heart full of joy. And I am very hopeful that we can just keep that going. It was beautiful, it was wonderful, and I hope we see more of that. But esports is a sport. It's more than a game. So, can I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
So moved.
A motion?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote. And that passes 4-0. We're adjourned to the next meeting. Thank you. Go Jaguars!